have a mask, so I'll just take the mask off. Chef is gonna be presenting to you how to make steaks today, okay? So as you can see, Chef has a mask too, but the only way you can understand us, he will take it so he can show you how to make a steak at home. I think any of us that love Chef Phil steaks wants to know how to make it. So there is Chef Phil and he'll talk about the steaks.
Hi, welcome back again, Kingsbury. Today I'm going to present how to make a steak at home. Nice and easy way to make a steak at home. And what I'm going to do here, I have some different choices of different steaks. These are some of the steaks that we use in the clubhouse. We have a barrel steak, which is the ribeye, which is the center cut of a ribeye, the nice eye piece of the ribeye. It's got wonderful flavor like ribeye, and it's got a very nice marbling. It's one of my favorite steaks. The next steak I have here is probably the most popular steak, is the filet mignon or the tenderloin. It does not quite have the same flavor as a ribeye, but has wonderful tenderness and is a lot of people's choice. And it's also a great steak. My personal choice is the New York strip. But I like this because it's got a combination of it's a very well aged steak. It's very good. It's got wonderful marbling, as you can see, and it's got great flavor. All right. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate how to cook a New York strip. Okay. And when it comes to steaks, first of all, you should leave them out. They should be left out to room temperature, probably 20 to 30 minutes before you're going to sear them. Also, it's important to pick a rub. I personally, you can use salt and pepper. You can use kosher salt. A lot of people use different types of salt, cracked black pepper, etc. People have their favorite rubs. I personally use a rub that I've had here at the clubhouse for many years. It's a combination. It's a nice steak rub. I like it. It works very well for me. And we got wonderful. It gives a great crust and it caramelizes very well. And we get great positive feedback from the membership. They seem to like it as well. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to heat my pan now. I'm going to heat my skillet. You want it hot but not smoking. You get it so you can caramelize the steak. Okay. It's very, very important to make sure that the steak is dry. And I like to pat that dry with a paper towel. If you leave it wet, what can happen is the seasoning will fall off the steak. So we don't want that to happen. So we want to maintain a crust on the steak. My pan is getting extremely hot right now. You can, for pan searing, you can use olive oil, you can use canola oil. Again, I have a little blended oil here. It's like a vegetable oil and an olive oil mix. Okay? What I want to do now is get that nice and hot. Okay? I want to get that nice and hot without smoking. But I do want to season my steak, and you can just season a nice crust on the steak. Okay. And you can season both sides, but I just like to do one side. I like to pat that in a little bit so it stays right there. Okay. All right. Okay. With your rubber choice, a hot pan vegetable oil. All right. And that looks pretty good right now. Some of it might just shake off the excess. If you like a lot of seasoning, by all means season both sides. Again, now I have quite a bit of oil in here. I want to make sure that that's good and hot. And I'm going to test that very quickly here. That's all right, it's getting there. It's almost there. It's very, very important to have it hot, okay? So be careful at this point. And at this point, it's very important that you lay the steak away from you. I'm going to give that another second. I don't think it's quite hot enough yet.
Chef, can you tell us if at home we have a different type of pan?
Yeah, well this is just a regular skillet. I do recommend a thicker bottom skillet if you have it. Also, you can char it on your indoor grill if you have an indoor grill. But this is just I just like to do it fancy because I don't have one. But all right, now this is a very important stage. At this point, you do not move the steak. If you move the steak now, all you're going to do is lose your crust and caramelization. So you need to sear it well right now.
For how long do you think?
Well, you're going to go 3 to, depending on the thickness of the steak. This is about 1.5 inches thick. Okay, it's a good thick steak. What we're going to do is 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Then we're going to let it rest a little bit. Also, if you like your steak beyond medium rare, maybe medium to medium well, you may need to finish the steak in the oven, and I'll show you that later. So right now we're looking for a very, very good sear. Please do not at this point move the steak. It's important that you get a good caramelization on this steak. All right? I'm about 3 minutes right now, and I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. It's a little bit hot. You can see it's starting to smoke a little bit. You don't want to set off and get your house. Okay? Now, at this point, you can. This is going to sear very well. It's going to taste wonderful. But if you feel that you need to enrich it a little bit, it's always nice. I have some crushed garlic. It's some garlic here. I got some garlic cloves here, and I'm going to enrich the steak a little bit. I'm going to bring in a little bit more flavor. I have some fresh rosemary again. Put it back on the heat. Right. I'm just going to put that in here. Okay. Put that in there. And also have a little bit of thyme. Just a little bit. If you can smell this now, it smells fantastic.
Oh yes,
we got some crushed garlic right here, and we're just going to let that in there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enrich it with a little bit of butter. And can you add in some butter now to help enrich this? Okay. And what we can do now is you can see the way this is really, really nice. The flavors are really coming through right now. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to baste this steak now. This is an optional step. I think it's very, very good. I think it really, really brings in a better flavor. So, and we're just going to turn that over right now. And we're going to continue to baste that at this point. Okay? All right?
Isn't that how it's called, French style cooking of steak?
Yes, you could call it that. Yes, it's good, but it's international now. It's not just that. This brings out and it enriches the flavor. You can see the rosemary coming up top, the garlic. Okay, it's really, really good right now. Now, at this point, if you wanted this is getting close to where I needed to. That's about 3.5 to 4 minutes on one side. You see how I have the caramelized crust on the outside? I retained all the seasoning on the outside. And by doing this, this gives me a lot of extra flavor. Sometimes when your pan is not too hot, you do not get this caramelization, and you get a great color, and the flavor is not very good. All right? Now, if you want to bring this to sort of a medium plus or medium well, at this point you would put it in the oven to finish it. And what you have then is I have an oven here. I'm not going to put it in because I'm going to try to leave this a medium rare. But you pop this in the oven for an additional, right down the bottom, pop it in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes, okay? So that should do it. That's how you bring it up to medium well, okay? Now, at this point I think it's, you can feel for the doneness. I just think at this point now it's pretty much cooked. I want to let it rest. And I want to let it rest for about 3-4 minutes. Steak has been resting, and a nice addition to, there's lots of different things you can do with the steak. You can eat it the way it is right now. It tastes perfectly good. A lot of people like maybe a port wine sauce, maybe a pepper sauce. If you were doing a pepper sauce, you put a little bit of crusting on it, maybe make a pepper sauce. You could do a blue cheese compound butter, which is wonderful as well. And there's other different toppings you can do. Like I'm going to do a little bit of, you could do caramelized onions, Vidalia onions, maybe. But today I am going to do a little bit of caramelized mushrooms on top of the steak. All right?
Mushrooms are my favorite.
Mushrooms, yeah, you like them?
Yeah, since I'm eating the steak after that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, you didn't know?
Sure. Okay, again, very, very important again. In the interest of flavor, you have to have a nice hot pan. Again, I have a little bit of vegetable oil here. We're going to let this caramelize. We're going to let this caramelize and bring out the true flavor of the mushrooms, the natural juices, the natural flavors of the mushrooms will come right through. As you can see, mushrooms tend to absorb a lot of butter, maybe oil or something, so you just got to watch it a little bit. And we're going to do that. And okay, so we're going to add that. What we're going to do is let that caramelize a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit more of that. And maybe a little bit of seasoning, maybe a little bit at this point, add a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay? Alright? See the way the mushrooms are starting to caramelize a little bit? Okay, that's important. You can add a little bit of butter at this point. This will make it even caramelize even faster. You could deglaze this with a little bit of red wine or a little bit of white wine. You don't really have to. A little bit of stock if you had it. But see, now it's starting to take on a different, right? Okay. My steak is here. All right. All right. You see those mushrooms are starting to caramelize nicely. They're not quite there yet. See how much, what a beautiful brown they're bringing on now? The flavor is going to come right through. Be careful not to burn it at this point. I'm sure they taste good.
Smells amazing.
Smells great, doesn't it? Let's see if we can retrieve one and then I'm going to try to taste one. Just check the seasoning a little bit.
So chef is checking the mushroom right now.
Oh, very good. Very good. Now,
it looks good. Look at that.
You can pop your steak in there again if you want, just in there like that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just complete a plate for you, just like I would. Tiny bit of, I've got some nice fresh asparagus here. I'm just going to quick pan-sear that. Okay. All right, that's beautiful. And just turn this on one side. Again, I'm sure this steak is still going to be nice medium rare. We're going to cut it in a minute. It'll make me nervous cutting it. I hope it's cooked correctly. I'm sure
I like it well done, so don't worry.
It's not well done, I can tell you that. Okay. Alright, now, it's at this point it's optional. You can just go ahead and put the steak on there. Put it right on the plate if you wish. But I think I'll just carve it this particular time, just to show you. Carving is optional. You do not want to cut it too thin, but let's go ahead and we're going to have a nice medium rare here at home. And
oh yeah.
Right, as I said, it's got to be nice medium rare.
Yes, it is.
And now remember what I said before. If you needed to, if you let it rest a little while, and if you need to cook more than medium rare, by all means, put it in the oven for 3 or 4 minutes. It'll be fine. There's loads of different presentations with this particular steak. I have just put it here. Again, it's a matter of personal preference. Again, how you do it. I have a
beautiful.
All right, we just layer that around. Okay. All right. So, looks good, doesn't it?
Oh my God, yes.
Alright, this is our plate configuration. Now, as I say, you can have anything you want with this. You can have a sauce. Let's just do this and this. Now, as I said, I have elected to do some mushrooms up here as a garnish. Some caramelized mushrooms. It looks very, very good.
Wow.
Okay. And also I got some nice fresh asparagus, which I will present up here like this, okay? And if you want, you can, if you want to make it really, I got a little bit of chopped parsley and some more, I got some more butter here. I just want to, okay? A little chopped parsley. And now, go over the top. There we go, drizzle that up over the top.
Oh, the smell, it's amazing.
Right, and I would suggest that that's it. The way I would do a pan-seared steak at home. Hopefully that you can duplicate that at home. and I think you enjoy it. If for some reason you don't want to do it at home, we still offer the same steaks here at Kings Creek, so you can order takeout at any time. And I think that's it, Pascal. Oh, for the weekend, right? We're offering family meals again for 2 and 4 people. We're going to do a family meal, a barbecue family meal for 2 and for 4 people. We're going to do baby back ribs, pulled pork. We're going to do mac and cheese. We're going to do a brisket baked beans, and rolls and condiments, and we have a slaw, a house-made seedless slaw with condiments as well. That's one of the options. So you get pulled pork. It's going to be done on the smoker outside. It's excellent, very popular. People love it. And baby back ribs. Also, we're going to have a salmon dish as well, which is like an Asian type salmon. It's going to be a ponzu salmon with Julian vegetables and some fresh steamed rice.
Can you tell us next week what you're gonna cook for us again, or show us?
Next week, yeah. I'm thinking, I've had some requests to do some sort of fish.
Okay.
I believe somebody did order wanted the burnt orange. I used to do a burnt orange beurre blanc, but I think it's a little difficult, but we can see how it goes. But I definitely will do some sort of fish next week. All right?
Thank you, chef.
Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.